All right. So, hi everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining today's webinar. And a quick introduction. So, I'm Hari Krishnan. I'm from the marketing team of Zoho Survey. So, I hope you all can see my screen. So, this is today's agenda. So, first we'll take a look at the importance of employee experience. What is it? Why is it important? Why are we even discussing it and things like that? Then we'll take a look at the employee life cycle. So what you can do at different stages of the life cycle to increase engagement. And then I will show you an interesting business case or success story. It's about one of our customers who used Survey for a rather unconventional need. And then I'll take you over to the product. I'll give you a product tour. You will see Zoho Survey in action and how to actually implement the strategies that I show you here. We'll then have a Q&A session where all your questions will be answered. So let's begin. Okay. So employee experience. In a nutshell, employee experience is how your employees perceive your company, how they interact with your company, and their overall satisfaction levels. Now, back in the day, companies mostly thought about the results, the outcome, and not much importance was given to employee well-being. It's only in the recent years that companies began to realize that human resource was their most valuable asset. And unless their employees are happy, they are going to be in shambles. So, and it would make sense because the happier, the more motivated your employees are, the better they perform. So everyone's doing their jobs in the best way possible. And this leads to a better business performance. And that ultimately leads to greater revenue and also better customer experience. Because you see, you can't provide a great customer experience when your organization is not in a state to do so. So providing great employee experience attracts talent. Yes, because people are more likely to join an organization that is known for their positive work culture. And it improves retention. Satisfied employees are more likely to stay. It fosters brand advocacy. Happy employees are, happy employees will have positive things to talk about your company, and they'll help spread the good word. And all these factors combined ultimately lead to better business performance. So now we have established that providing great employee experience is fundamental for organizational growth and well-being. But how do you actually do this? How do you provide great employee experience? You do that by providing your employees a medium to express themselves. Not just express themselves, but express themselves in a confident way with anonymity. And that is where surveys come in. The best way to go about doing this would be to deploy surveys at critical touch points of the employee life cycle. That is different stages of the employee life cycle, right from the recruitment to the exit stage. Now, getting feedback from these critical touch points will ensure that you provide exceptional employee experience at every step along the way or every stage of the journey. And that's why it's often known as journey mapping. So let's start with the recruitment stage. What you can do is you can turn any regular questionnaire to an assignment test or quiz by simply assigning scores to your questions. You can then evaluate the results in the report section. Simple. You can also improve the candidate experience. So, are there any hurdles in the recruitment process? Is there a pressing issue that needs your attention? For example, it might be lack of communication from the recruitment team. And since you'll be getting these reports in real time, you'll be able to identify and fix the issue immediately on the spot. You can also gather the CNPS or the candidate net promoter score. So this would involve a question like, how likely are you to recommend someone to apply for a job here? And this is an important metric, especially if you are a company that wants to attract talent. Next comes the onboarding stage. So your candidates have joined the company. It has been a week. It has been a month. What is their first impression? What do they think about the company? How well do they understand the job description? Do they have any problems with the equipment that was given to them? Do they have any problems with the resources that was given to them? Do they have any problems communicating with others? So these are the questions you need to ask during the onboarding stage to ensure the new joinees have a smooth experience. And to make things faster, you can just go over to the template section of Zoho Survey and choose something like the 30-day new employee satisfaction survey. So this has a set of pre-written questions designed for this very purpose. Now comes the development and retention stage, where it is a very important stage of the employee life cycle. Now, broadly speaking, you would need to take feedback from these three aspects, that is physical, cultural, and personal. So physical would involve the physical environment. That is anything from the physical workspace, the commute, the food, etc. And next is cultural. Well, how well do your employees bond with each other? How do they bond with their peers, their colleagues, their superiors? What do they think about the leadership, the management style, and things like that? And then comes personal. So how satisfied are your employees on a personal level? Do they feel that they will have growth opportunities in the company? Do they feel that they are learning something of value? So these are the questions you need to ask. And to do that, you can use any one of the surveys listed here. Again, you can go over to the template section. You will go to human resource and you can choose one. Maybe it's a 360-degree feedback survey or an employee pulse survey, anyone. The next step would involve white labeling the survey. So this is an additional step, but if you are an organization that gives importance to brand identity, then you must certainly white label your surveys. So basically what it involves is you customize the survey in a way that matches your organizational style. And this would include adding your brand logos, changing the font and themes that match your company's style. This would also include customizing the survey URL. That is, the survey URL would contain your organization domain name. Now, this does a couple of things. What it does is that, firstly, employees feel more secure or confident answering these surveys because they know this is from your organization and not just another phishing attempt. And also it gives them a sense of belongingness. So that's the importance of white labeling your surveys. Now the survey is ready and it's time for distribution. You can distribute and schedule your surveys from within the platform. You need not rely on any external email campaign software. You can distribute it from within Zoho Survey, and you can schedule it in a way that fits your needs. For example, if we are looking at employee pulse survey, uh, so that is normally used to monitor employee pulse or employee morale on a weekly or monthly basis. So you would set it up in such a way that surveys are triggered every month, first and fourth week, and on Fridays. So this is just an example. You'll obviously set it up in a way that fits your needs. And don't worry, I'll be showing you how to do this in the demo later on. So stay tuned. All right. So the surveys have been distributed and the results, the reports have come in. It's time to convert raw data into actionable insights. So there are a couple of things you can do here. First is you can make use of custom dashboards to compare metrics or benchmark metrics. Let's say you're looking at the ENPS, the Employee Net Promoter Score, or the Employee Satisfaction Score. You can either compare this report with the previous year's performance, or you can compare it with the industry benchmark. This is really important because it helps you track performance. It helps you determine if the strategies that you have implemented are actually yielding results or not. You can provide a more personalized experience for your employees with the use of cross-tabbing and turf analysis. So let's say you have a question that asks your employees what are the benefits or perks they expect out of the company. Cross-tabbing will tell you that different age groups have different preferences. And turf analysis will help you pinpoint the combination, the most popular combination of benefits. For example, you might find out that skill development combined with flexible working hours is the most preferred combination, or the most popular combination among your employees. So this helps you get to know your employees on a deeper level and provide personalized experiences. Next is the offboarding stage or the exit stage. And this is a crucial touch point because perhaps this is the only time or when your employees will give you brutally honest feedback. if they don't like something, they will say that to your face. So make use of this touch point to know what you're doing right and what you're not. And so apart from all the dashboards, the cross tagging and the filters that I talked about, you can make use of text analysis. So let's say you asked your employees what they didn't like about the organization, and the answers have poured in. Now, it would be nice, and maybe you should go through all the responses individually if you have the time. But in case you don't, you can use sentiment analysis and word cloud to get you an overall picture of employee sentiments. You then combine it with the quantitative data. So the quantitative data will tell you what the problem is, and qualitative data will tell you why that was a problem. Okay, so case study. So the reason I chose this case particularly is because it really shows Zoho Survey's capabilities beyond a mere survey tool. So what our customers did is that, let's just call them company A. So what they did is that they use survey to conduct psychometric tests. For those of you who are not familiar with the term, psychometric tests involve a series of questions that are designed to assess a person's personality. And scores are assigned to these questions. And based on the answers they received, they put people into different personality groups. Now, what does this do? This takes task delegation to a whole new level. Whenever a task comes up, managers know who to assign this to, who would be the best person for this job. So, long story short, they were able to utilize the resources, their human resources, in a much more effective way. Isn't that great? A quick word on some important integrations. So Zoho Survey is integrated with Zoho Analytics. So you can, which is Zoho's BI tool, and you can make use of predictive analysis for forecasting performance of employees and predict turnovers and reduce churn. You can sync survey data with Zoho People, which is Zoho's HR management platform. You can sync the survey data with the employee portal, or vice versa if you're distributing surveys, so it makes things easier. You can map survey data with Zoho Recruit, that is Zoho's ATS or applicant tracking system. So earlier I showed you how you can use Zoho Survey during the recruitment stage. You can carry out tests, you can improve the candidate experience. So mapping this data to the ATS will help you go for a more holistic approach. All right, so let's just go over to the product. All right. I hope you all can see my screen. All right, I'll go ahead. And so this is where you choose the template from. You can go to choose template, and under HR, you can select any one of them, maybe employee morale survey. I'll choose this. All right. And I can now add or remove any questions that I want. To distribute it, I will go to email. I will add the contact list here, a spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet that you upload will have these fields: email, phone number, first name, and you can also add your own fields in these columns. So what it does is that it will help you record employee details without directly asking for it in the survey. For example, it would So it would look something like this. So you have the employee details recorded without asking for it directly in the survey. So coming back, I will add the contact list. and then I can send it immediately, or I can schedule it for a later time. So this is what I showed you earlier. You can schedule it in a way that fits your needs. Third week, and on Fridays, I can select the time interval. And similarly, I can also schedule reminders for my survey. Now, once you have distributed and once you have started receiving reports, you can go over to the reports section. I will go here. Okay. So this is where you can customize your own dashboard for benchmarking. And if you want to cross tab, you would have that option here. All you need to do is select the questions you want to compare, and you will have the reports. Now, let's say I want to look at this particular report for a specific department. I can add my own filters here. And if we are looking at open-ended questions, so this is the example I had taken. So what did you not like about the organization? And you'll have all the responses here. So take a look at this one. Our team meetings were so long that I'm convinced we could have watched the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy in the same amount of time. This is exactly what I was talking about. So make use of sentiment analysis and word cloud to get an overall picture of employee sentiments. All right then. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.